Alrighty, I am your host, Get Good Fox. Welcome to State of Decay 2, Beta Infestations. I'm going to let the background footage play a little bit because someone requested a update on how the new system works, and I decided I will do that before we actually get into it. So, the new infestation system is kind of an iteration upon the last system. And the last system is not the original system, so this is like the third variation of Infestations. The way it works now is they added this new system called Plague Hearts Awakened and Dormant. Dormant Plague Hearts don't know that you're there, and Awakened Plague Hearts have learned that you are there. And the Plague Hearts, once they awaken, begin producing infestations at a pretty rapid rate. To put it in perspective, when I start a new playthrough, in the previous system, if I did a 2-hour stream, I might have to fight one infestation, maybe two. Now, when I started to play through here with just a single Plague Heart awakening, I destroyed 6 in 2 hours. Actually, more like an hour and 30 minutes, because the Plague Heart awakened about 30 minutes in. So the Plague Hearts, once they awaken, will very rapidly begin mass-producing these infestations. The infestations more or less behave in the same way in that they try to infest buildings closer to you and will prioritize outposts if they can. But the thing is, the Plague Hearts can be awakened through a variety of things. Like, if they hear a screamer, they will awaken. If you kill zombies in their plague territory, like maybe 5 to 7 of them, they will awaken. If you physically attack them, they will awaken. If you kill a neighboring Plague Heart, the other Plague Hearts that are nearby will awaken. And we also learned that they are programmed to simply awaken over time as well. In the past 2 episodes, we've had about 6 or 7 Plague Hearts awaken kind of like every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes, like, another one would awaken, even if they were on the other side of the map. So it seems like even if you try to avoid contact with Plague Hearts to not awaken them, eventually they are just going to wake up on their own progressively. And if you don't have any awakened Plague Hearts, then no infestations will spawn in. Which means when you do awaken a Plague Heart, you are incentivized to try to kill it as quickly as possible. Because when the Plague Heart dies, any of the infestations that it created will disperse over time. So if it creates 3 infestations and you kill the Plague Heart, you won't have to kill the 3 infestations. They won't disappear immediately, but give it a few minutes and they will begin to disperse. Which once again really encourages you to go for the throat and stop the infestations at their source, which is not the infestation itself, but rather the Plague Heart. And the strategy that I have employed is to awaken the Plague Hearts section by section, town by town, destroying them in order to awaken them in a controlled manner. The strategy, however, was eventually ruined by the Plague Hearts eventually just awakening on their own. At which point I simply decided that let's just go ahead and just destroy the vast majority of them. At the current point we're at, we've killed 24 of the 28. The remaining 4 are all located in Lundergard, in the corner of the map, and I'm using another new mechanic to box them in. So now you can pay resources to set traps on your outposts. So your outpost can have traps. And what these traps do is they expand the safe area of your outpost, and any zombie that walks into it will be destroyed with explosives. And this will destroy the infestations for you. It's similar to State of Decay 1, however, it is quite a bit more expensive. To activate it, you have to pay 75 parts, 3 ammo, 2 fuel, and on top of that, it's on a per outpost basis. So if you want to have 2 outposts active, you will need to shell out that twice. If you want 3 outposts active, you'll have to shell that out 3 times. So it gets rather expensive, which is why I don't really see the outposts as a good solution for holding the infestations at bay. It's a much better idea to just kill the Plague Hearts, cut them out at the source. But, I'm just trying this as a test. Plus, we're much farther into the game now, and we can't afford it. But those are the basic ideas. Another thing is the infestations are a lot more powerful. The horde that actually does the infesting has 2 bloaters, a screamer, more zombies, and typically 2 to 3 armored zombies, so they're much harder to destroy. The infestations, the weakest infestations now include a bloater, which is actually a liability to these zombies because you can ignite the bloater and blow up the infestation, especially if they're in a small building, which they often are. But as the infestations get upgraded, they get pretty heavily upgraded. They will have ferals, multiple bloaters, larger quantities of zombies. They can even have juggernauts. And we haven't really experimented with the actual siege mechanics yet, but from what I understand, one of the infestations becomes designated as like kind of the leading attack infestation that will eventually launch an all-out attack on your Enclave. And they have greatly increased the penalty of failing a siege, where you can lose half of a particular resource. So if you had 50 ammo, you could lose 25 ammo. So, and they can attack any resource. They can attack your food, your ammo, your building materials, your medicine. They can even attack your influence. Like, you can lose hundreds of influence, you know, depending on how rich you are, maybe even thousands of influence if you fail an infestation. So, they've made it a lot more severe, and in my playthrough, my goal has been basically to just see how do you dismantle this strategy. And so my strategy that I chose was to adopt the old policy that a good defense is a good offense. And I wanted to see, could we simply smash these plague guards with offense and just never get a siege? And that's one thing that, you know, like, some people are like, why are you just mowing the game down? Why aren't you trying things? Well, in my first playthrough, I mainly want to see how hard it is. So we are going in, and I'm not holding back. Like, I'm, you know, fighting pretty mercilessly with the zombies, just to see how my current strategies hold up to it. But now that we have isolated the plague guards, we've contained them, I am shifting more into an experimental strategy, and what we are going to start building towards is eventually I am going to let the zombies come out. I'm going to let them start infesting the area, and then we will eventually test the siege mechanics. I don't think I'll be able to get to that in today's stream, because we need to arm ourselves. I want my guys to have a proper equipment so we can see what a realistic siege would look like, because you wouldn't want to get a siege early in the game, obviously. Also, we'll test some things like, can I just run away? You know, if a siege hits, can I just trigger it and leave? We'll see, like, if all of my original tricks work out. We'll see what works, what doesn't work, so that if the update lands as it does, you guys will already be ahead of the game, and you guys will be able to see what strategies you need to adapt and what strategies still work, or whether or not you even want to play the update at all. There's a lot of people who are very discouraged about the changes to it. But that is the situation right now, and let's go ahead and get started. Power up my controller. B-Rye, how is it going? Okay. It should be no surprise. If you don't know, I did make a video expressing my pretty stern disapproval of this update. So it should not be a surprise that I don't like this update. However, I don't have control over whether or not Undead Labs implements it or not. And so my job is, regardless of whether I like the update or not, is to equip you with the knowledge and the strategies and do the research for you guys, because you can't get into the beta unless you have Steam State of Decay 2. My job is to do the groundwork for you guys. Okay, so now that we are in, the first thing I'm going to do is let's check our base situation. So our supplies are looking pretty good. We've got 57 food, 38 medicine, 48 ammo, we've got 55 building materials, and 39 fuel. So right now, we're looking pretty okay. And I think we have put all of our... We are a little... Okay, we're over on food. So the first thing I want to do is I want to pull some food out of our storage so that we don't lose that fuel, that food unnecessarily. And we'll go ahead and just use... we're going to use this as our cargo vehicle. We're already doing that. Here's the thing as well. So, this vehicle has more cargo slots. Originally, the Viking only had 6, but you can see it actually has an extra 2, putting it equal to the original van, the unupgraded van, which is quite nice. I do want to upgrade more vehicles and see if it's true of other vehicles as well. Okay, let's see. So, let's begin activating some things. I want to build a lounge, or not a lounge. I would like to build a trade depot. However, that's currently not an option because I don't have the correct leader. And so some of these building materials are already spoken for. I'm not going to spend those building materials until I know that I am capable of securing it. So we're going to go ahead and activate movie night. Let's go ahead and pump our morale up. By increasing our morale, not only will we get more EXP, which is good because we're using the lounge to pump up our EXP, but more EXP, the higher the morale you have, and also the higher morale we have, the better the rewards we get from random resupplies from our allies. So let's go ahead and get that going, and now I think we can, let's check our status. We want to help these guys out, and we also need to start recruiting. So anyone who is an ally that I don't want is going to get recruited. We can't recruit them. They're quite good. I'm not going to recruit them. Share of the harvest is really good. Unfortunately, I kind of actually want lending a hand, labor bonus.
We've run out of places to keep
I might recruit them. We'll start with that though. Okay, so here we go. I don't remember if this guy's going to get tired or not, so let's go ahead and just put him on guard duty. Oh, we got an R12 import. Very nice. And let's go ahead and upgrade some of our skills. We're going to choose endurance here because we have a powerhouse. Powerhouse endurance is a pretty good... What's happening? There we go. Backpacking and striking. Let's also equip people as well. Let's get everybody equipped as well. That's the next thing I want to do. You are a close combat, so that's fine. You are a heavy weapons guy, right? Yeah, so let's get you slapped up with a heavy weapon. I am a big fan of striking, indeed. Let me see. I should have a heavy weapon. Sledgehammer, sure. Sledgehammer, good old reliable. Yeah, I use a hog splitter. Let's see. You have striking. Let's go ahead and get you striking.
It looks like a juggernaut.
Actually, let me go ahead and demote him. I'm going to go ahead and demote.
What am I thinking?
Let's go ahead and demote Duncan, and we'll play as Duncan. Because Duncan is going to need to restore his standing.
Good to see ya. A leader has to be able to make the tough calls.
The tough calls.
That's just not you, and you know it. I don't like the idea of the group taking a new direction.
Okay, now we can play as Duncan. And as I said, Duncan has learned striking, and we're going to play as him, so I'll equip him last, actually. Lopez. Yep. How about you, Deep? A powerhouse and endurance. Let's get you equipped with a heavy weapon. Also, there's probably some better guns we can use. Let's have you equip this bar. Looks pretty good. The saw blade sword will do. And I already equipped her. Okay, so that's all good. So our guys are properly equipped. Now we can take control of Duncan. And the reason we want to do this quest is fairly simple. That quest is going to pay us, that quest is going to promote them to Allied, and then we can probably recruit them unless they have a really good bonus. Although at the rate I'm going, I may recruit them either way. So let's get our decent equipment ready. And what are you? A striking expert. Alright, we should have a decent striking weapon. Where is my Freedom Ringer? Let's go ahead and repair it. The good old Freedom Ringer.
We'll attract zombies if we keep up this racket.
Okay, who the
On my way
welcome
to
wagon?
you.
We just need to do. We just need to get rid of some of these quests. Some of these quests are just like becoming annoying. All right, so now that we control most of the land as well, we can start using these commands. Before I was wary to do it, and that's because I simply
Let's find
did
out
not
if our
want...
neighbors know of some good scavenging spots.
Oh, wait, even better idea. I didn't want to awaken the plague guards by being pushed into enemy territory. So what I'm going to do is, well, let's
Looking
sell
good,
some
my
stuff.
friend. Now these Red Talon guys know how to get stuff done.
Also, we could probably install some things. Smelt. This brass collector, I'm just going to install it for collector's sake. It's not that important either way. Let's go ahead and scrap these backpacks. We looted a bunch of plague guards, which is why we have so many backpacks. And they're actually more valuable as scrap than sold, so... Looking good. Let me see here. I don't need Molotovs. I don't need thermite grenades. I don't need smoke grenades. I don't need soda can bombs. I don't need... actually, XL fireworks could be useful. I don't need boombox. I don't need rains of fire. Mechanics, chemistry, craftsmanship. I don't think I need craft. I might hang on to craft. I might have a use for craftsmanship. This is worth selling. That's worth selling. Let's pack up. Put these in here. Shovels are worth a good bit. Is there a reason I repair them early instead of waiting for them to turn yellow? Just because I can. And, like, we have 2,700 parts. So, like, whether I repair them now or later, it doesn't really matter. And all it takes is the push of a button. Like, repairing them later would be more... It would be more important to repair them later if we were in a resource scarcity where I might not want to repair them. But we're not in a resource scarcity right now. Katana machete is pretty good. Sell that as well. Okay, so let's go around. Let's see. We're actually gaining food, so that does encourage me to shut one of my outposts down. But we are going to recruit more people, so maybe not. Like, early in the game, I often don't repair weapons at all. I'll use them, and then when they break down, I'll just scrap them. But once I have enough parts, I just repair them whenever I feel like it.
Hey, you. Got anything useful you're looking to unload? Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's sell all of these. Very nice. Plenty of money there. Let's take the fuel and the repair kit.
Good to see ya. Come take a load off.
The trench tools worth 85 each. Quite nice. What is your bonus? You're a share of the harvest, aren't you? Yeah, so we're not going to get rid of them. That's simply too beneficial to us. Now we can move on to, let's do that one first. Let's scavenge the fuel. Because this one is going to disappear. Or rather, I'll forget about it. So our main goal right now is we need to find a trader. That would be nice, at least. With a trader, we'll be able to call in ammo merchants, and with ammo merchants, we can start buying pretty good weaponry. And with pretty good weaponry, we'll be able to fortify our base, and we will see what these sieges are capable of, at least in time. V for Vendetta subscribes from Amazon Prime. He's been a subscriber for 7 months. Thank you so much for the T1, good sir, and welcome to the Fox Republic. This is definitely where the objective is. I'm just going to fast loot because I already know.
Keep the lights on for me.
All right, so there we go. Fuel. We can drop this off real quick.
Here it goes.
Not a big deal. We lost our car door, so I'll reattach it. We bought a nice thing either way, so not a big deal. Maybe I should capture a cellular tower. A cellular tower would be really handy. That way we could use our radio commands faster. I am a big fan of cellular towers. It would be even better if I could get an Enclave to get relay services. That would be awesome. Probably not in the cards, though. Trading is a really important aspect of Lethal Zone. I think a lot of people will struggle with their resources, mainly because oh, this thing only has 10 seconds left, so let's wait for that to finish. Yeah, I think a lot of people struggle with their resources in Lethal Zone because they don't trade. Like, can you do it without trading? Sure, but you're gonna have to be like pretty good, because like your resources are so much slower if you're not trading. All right, now we can do the welcome wagon. What are the best Enclave benefits? The health and stamina ones are quite good, because like they give you 25 health or 25 stamina. Relay services are really good because there is a cap to how good your cooldowns can be, and the Enclaves can basically take the place of your outposts. So if you had a bunch of cell towers, it's possible that if you get relay services, you could get rid of your outposts and then redirect the outpost somewhere else, which is really nice. All of the production ones, so the ones that give you food, like Share of the Harvest, Bed and Breakfast, Dinner Theater, those are really good. Open Pharmacy gives you medicine. All of the ones that give you a primary resource are quite good. The morale one is quite good. There's one that gives you 16 morale to everyone. That's a really good one. Fuel caravans, yes. Fuel caravans is probably the best early game one. Like, you're always happy to get... Like, the early game ones you want are, like, fuel caravans and Share the Harvest. Or, like, Dinner Theater. Fuel caravans cuts your fuel consumption in half, which is awesome. The ones that give a bed, I mean, they're okay, but eventually you'd want to replace them with something even better.
Thanks. I'll be right there.
So people, so this is a great example right now. You see how it's like, there's so much for me to do, and this is a big counter argument I have. Like, I don't think people know what they're talking about when they say, without infestations, there wouldn't be anything to do. I mean, do you guys think that I am running out of things to do right now? I am actually just trying to keep up with what the game is throwing at me. So, like, I just don't agree at all that infestations are valuable because they give you things to do. Like, I think I've got plenty of stuff to do right now. One of the things that's been annoying me is that we haven't been getting a lot of Enclave quests. I think there's something holding it back. Like, we've got some kind of a bug or anomaly that's, like, slowing down the quest growth.
Hello over there.
So who are these guys? Okay, so you're the guy who...
Sure. All right.
This is a good quest here. This is actually a fantastic quest. So this is the quest that, if we do it, we're going to get some free scent block. At the state of the game we're at, we don't need that much scent block anymore. Let me squish this feral for some standing. However, more scent block is always good. We can use it to kill grumpy butts. We can use it against the remaining plague guards. We have enough for the remaining plague guards, but this is a quest. Even if you don't have a buy, but I'll put it this way: I think we get like 4 scent block. And 4 scent block will devastate the enemy.
I'm right here.
Like, you could do so much damage with just 4 of them.
It's not safe here yet. bad at all. You should have stayed dead.
No, looks like we're actually going to have to take these guys out.
I can't catch my breath. Gotta make sure it's dead.
Okay. Great. What do we got here?
Cool. Hey, got a minute? What the hell was that? Guys, I'm about to have some real zombie problems here.
Yep, just give me the samples. We'll be fine. And then instead of using it like the quest wants you to, you just quickly get into your vehicle and you can escape all of those zombies, and then you get to keep your scent block instead of wasting it. Now, when he's done, he'll give us the option of either more scent block or more or a sanitization. No, a cleaning basin. And of course, we'll just take more scent block. Wait, did I activate? Yes, I did. So, here is my State of Decay 2 question of the day. If it were up to you, what would you do with Infestation?
Told you we'd get you home.
Like, what would be your Infestation
I cannot tell you
plan?
how much I appreciate that.
There's another 3 scent blocks. Now we've got 4.
Be safe.
I'll tell you what I would do. Also, one of your options is certainly just to not have any infestations at all. That is certainly an option. But what would you do? Oh, there we go. All right, so next up we are going to
Shouldn't take me too long to get there.
I'll owe you one.
Throw these in. Oh, we're gonna be passing. Well, we can't. We need to hurry. Like, where that quest is about to expire, actually. What am I doing? Get in. All right, so let's go do this. These guys should become allies, and then we'll recruit them. And unless their bonus is really good, I'm gonna recruit them. So Mega answers question today. He says, I would make infestations like taxi missions in GTA. I've never played the modern day GTA, so I'm not sure what that means. They are there to do whenever and as much as you want, but it doesn't matter if you do it or not. So it's just basically like a side objective. I feel like at that point, you would just remove infestations, to be totally honest, because I get the point of infestations as an antagonistic mechanic. And if you can just kind of optionally do them, then I think it does kind of remove the bite from them. So I think in that case, I would just want to remove the infestations altogether. What I think should be done with infestations is something systemically different. What I would do is I would turn infestations into basically the zombie density mechanic.
Better be careful.
The zombie density mechanic would be the infestation. So it would be kind of like sections of town are infested. And whenever you kill a zombie there, there'll be a little meter. Like, the meter tells you this is how infested the town is. And whenever you kill zombies, when you kill hordes, when you kill freaks, when you kill screamers and stuff, the infestation meter will go down. And then there will be, like, blood plague matter. Like, it'll be growing on the walls and stuff. And what you can do is use fire-based weapons or explosives to destroy the infected matter. And as you do this, it will push the infestation back. And eventually, if you work hard enough, you can completely, like, cauterize the town. Like, if you think the town is like a infected wound, you would eventually be able to just totally wipe out the infestation from the town, and it never comes back. And the reward would be the buildings in an infestation would be higher quality.
Awesome.
Or the loot in infested
Take care and
cities
keep your eyes open.
would be way higher quality, because the story concept would be, because it's so dangerous, nobody tries to clear the infestation out. And as a result, the good loot is still in the infested towns. And because like some people like the feel of how you need help over here, like on the opposite. Okay, what? Let's do the. Okay, let's do this. And because some people like the feel of how it feels like you're kind of going to war with the zombies with infestations, and I feel like the best way to represent this idea that you are in this back and forth war with infestations, I think the key is, okay, what makes you feel like you are defeating an enemy? What makes you feel like you're defeating an enemy is when you're burning their homes down, when you're pillaging their homes, when you're setting fire to their domiciles, you know, like when you hear the lamentations of the women, etc. That's what makes you feel like you are destroying the enemy, like they are being obliterated where they stand. And so I feel like the only way to capture that is to have the zombies need to have homes, infested homes, and you're destroying them, you're purging them, you're eradicating them, but then you could make it where the zombies will periodically counterattack, and make it where the zombies don't really necessarily attack you as so much as, like, if you destroy enough of the infestation, eventually they counterattack. That, I think, would simulate the idea that you are going to war with the zombies. And you know what would be an awesome addition? Would be a full-fledged flamethrower. So you add this idea that, you know, you need to use explosives. It would give a new use for C4. It would give a new use for all kinds of explosives. Thermite, anything that burns for a long time, because that's what would, like, incinerate the infected material. Like, you would have to go into buildings and burn out the buildings, destroy the infected material in the buildings. You would kill the zombies, and that would be how you cure an infested town. And with a flamethrower, that would be like the new weapon they would introduce, and they could give it a totally new mechanic. The mechanic is that the flamethrower literally uses a fuel rucksack. Like, you have to equip a fuel rucksack on your back. That's how you fuel the flamethrower. So, like, it's always going to be a fairly bulky item. And I think that would be a fun infestation system where the enemy, you would be destroying the enemy, you would be wiping them out like it's a war, and then on top of that, the buildings would have a lot of loot in them because the buildings were too dangerous for less brave people to try to purge.
Thank God you
that,
found me,
I
man.
think, is how you do an infestation update. Okay, let's help this guy get back. Hopefully he doesn't... Where does he want to go? Yeah, okay, so he actually wants... So somebody else... This is another glitch. Like, somebody else wanted him, and so I have no idea why they did this. Is he going to come with me? Okay, I think he's bugged out. So what I'm going to do is just drive over there, and I think he'll start following me once he's done. Do I need to talk to him again?
Hey! What do you say to a bit of bartering? Okay.
Building materials, yes, please. Probably should have waited for them to become an ally, but, you know, I'm impatient. Enclaves have new items for trade. Well, I guess I'll get another chance at buying something. Let's go see what they've got, though. I need to go... Oh, looks like we are visited by the beautiful Evie. Thanks for stopping by, Evie. I hope you're feeling better. For those who don't know, that like Evie's been a little under the weather lately, so you know, wish Evie some good health. No, don't do that. Of course, he doesn't want to listen to me. There we go. Let's get some executions in here.
That won't work.
No, my stamina's out. This is why I don't use stamina items. You can actually outrun the zombies even when you're out of stamina.
Jesus, will you slow down for a second?
Okay, so the guy that we're supposed to escort is finally coming here. Nice. And when it rains, it pours, right?
Here you are. Home, safe and
Okay,
sound.
so they're giving us scavenging partners. This one actually stinks.
You're welcome.
You might think that parts per day is decent, but it's only like 100 parts, and that's not decent, so... Let me see what they got for sale. I'll take the fuel. I don't need the medicine. Actually, I do need the medicine. I'll take the medicine.
Got anything useful you're looking to unload?
Might as well.
We'll load up the medicine. And let's recruit somebody. Unfortunately, there is no way to tell who is a builder leader, so I just have to kind of take a guess. And what I'll do is I'll just take whoever looks like the best person here.
Good to see you.
Clayton has endurance. That's, you know, it doesn't really matter now that we auto-train. Does anyone have a better weapon, maybe? Doesn't look like it matters. I'll take you.
Again.
Why can't I recruit?
Later.
Recruit unavailable? Oh, because there's a quest interfering. Unfortunately, there's a quest interfering. God, sometimes this game drives me nuts. So basically, because the welcome wagon is interfering, I literally cannot recruit these guys because of that. Yeah, there is an argument for that, Liquid Courage. I feel like there are better ways to generate parts than that, though. Like, it's not, it's an idea. Like, it's not, it's like, it has an argument for them to stay a little longer, but I would ultimately not want to keep them. Alright, so we basically have no choice but to do this quest, because I can't recruit them, because the quest is blocking me from that action, which, like I said, drives me nuts. Evie, have you considered just, like, ripping out someone else's lungs and, like, upgrading them like it's a video game? Like, maybe what you have is, like, you need to get, like, epic quality, like, epic tier lungs. Alright, let's go ahead and take the river down. Yeah, I could agree to that. Like, I think, like, it's like 100 parts is like, it's just like, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 4 or a 3. It's like, it's not a 1. It's not like, oh, this is garbage. Like, expanded storage is garbage. Expanded storage is a 1. It at least has some use, but it's just not... There are better things. The only update I'll be excited for, says GamerDad, is the one that makes Daybreak fun. Well, unfortunately, Undead Labs has left Daybreak in a rather derelict state, so you may be waiting for a while on that one. Why is it on the beta? Because the beta has the newest changes into the game, such as Awakened and Dormant Plague Arts. The beta also has Outpost traps and Outpost lures that the normal game doesn't have, but you can only be in the beta if you have Steam State of Decay. So since a lot of people are on other platforms, I'm playing on the beta so other people can see it. There we go. All right, so I don't feel like doing these guys' quest. Actually, I could use a certain quest loop, because I'm pretty sure these are the cannibals. There is a certain quest loop I could abuse to get more parts.
Rumors going around about this Eds, but this may be one
Cursed
of the craziest.
Damaku. He is our resident
the outbreak
firefighter
was
all the
not
way
caused
in
by fresh.
Germany. Thank you so much for the very generous Tier 5 or 5 Tier 1 gift subs. They went to Mind Twister, Gamer Dad. They went to Non-Toxic. They went to Martini and the Fox Effect. Everybody, if you got a gift sub, make sure you thank Cursed Damaku. I might need your help, Cursed Damaku, later on. I'm thinking about coming up with some names, and I might not want to use English. I might want to use German for the name, so I could certainly use I might need a hand with that. Yeah, so these guys are the cannibals. Now that we completed this quest, I think I'm actually going to abuse a certain quest loop on these guys. Now we can actually go back here and recruit those guys. A humongous waste of gas, but unfortunately that's just the way the game works. Okay. Let's take the river path again. It probably doesn't matter either way, to be honest. The worst part of this map is that you can't cut through here. This part, like this right here, is a gigantic impassable mountain. That's the worst thing about this map. Evie says at least she can laugh at herself. Oh, speaking of Evie, if you wondered, some people asked how my Christmas went. Well, if you want to see Eve and I's trip, as a quick shout out to my own Instagram, if you want a window into the Fox's life, Eve and I went to Disney for Christmas. You can see the photographs right here from my trip. This was a cool Dragon Ball themed restaurant we went to. We had a lot of drinks, like whiskey flights and everything. Look at that cool dessert right there. All kinds of great stuff. Just check out my Instagram and you can get a slice of the behind the scenes with the Fox. And it's not just that too. I also post video game stuff as well. Okay, I do want to get the standing from this guy. Easy standing. He is about a third of the way there, so it's working. Let's cut out. Actually, let's cut over here. Maybe Eve can take them now that the zombies don't need them. I don't know about that now, Reclaimer. I have a strong feeling that those lungs are roadkill. I mean, if you're playing the game RimWorld, you can capture people and steal their body parts for yourself. Like, you can do that in RimWorld. Casual Kirk says he recommends cyber lungs over undead lungs. Maybe undead lungs continue working even after death, though. I don't even know if the freshness of the zombie would matter, considering I literally smashed him with my car. Like, I think they would be boned. Okay, let's recruit this guy. We'll see what we get. What we want is a trader, and if he's not a trader, I may keep him anyways. We'll see. Because I do want to eventually, I do want to get to 8 people. I want to have like a decent-sized community to repel the sieges. What if you got juggernaut lungs?
Anybody out there want to give me a
I
hand?
guess it depends on if the lungs of the juggernaut also grew or not. Okay, so we're gonna take
Nice to see you're still
this guy,
kicking.
I'm pretty sure.
We need your skills, and honestly, you'll have a better
Let's
chance of
enlist.
survival with us.
Enlisting him will prevent him from running away. Jaden.
Fucking miss toilet
Jaden
paper
is a
so
traitor.
much.
Awesome.
Powder
So
dry,
I will now dismiss him.
I had that shit figured out like yesterday.
Okay, now that we know Jaden is a traitor, it is time to switch to Jaden. Because we need to level him up. He's a kleptomaniac, though. We'll live with it. Until we get another traitor, at least. Let me see. What are Jaden's stats? He'll be fine. As long as we keep his morale up, he should be fine. Okay, let's put this stuff back. Guard the base with, I don't know, Thompson looks like a good weapon. And let's play as Jaden. Jaden, welcome to the team. Time to properly equip you. A good backpack, proper gear, and pyro launcher. And one of these, looking good. Also, might as well sell some more stuff. Do we have anything for sale? Don't we have that? That's not equipped. Let's go ahead and equip this. Don't see any reason not to. I am never going to use Zed. I might use Zed-Eye. I'm never using Zedrenalin. I'm never using firecrackers. Replica Bastard Sword sells pretty well. Oversized Mallet sells pretty well. And then I'm just gonna sell some of these knives.
Yeah, no room for that.
He needs a melee. Oh, good call. He needs a melee weapon. No skill. He has endurance. Interesting. Let's keep training. Really? That's our morale even with movie night? We're losing morale to recently demoted. Interesting. Lower than I was expecting. Okay, so you are going to use a blunt weapon. How about metal bat is perfectly fine. All right, well, let's go sell to the tenants. A survivor in
Don't get
need.
antsy. I'm coming to you.
Let's help them first. We need the standing anyways. Completing the quest will give us some standing. Oh no, maybe she'll join. Who knows? We're up to 6 people, so I need 2 more. Notice that we're doing fine with food, despite the fact that I don't have any. I don't have a farm, and I'm not using rationing.
Big items.
Like that's one of the
Stock up on
big
small
strategies
comforts.
I've employed.
It'll add up when we need to trade. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what Rose wants.
How's it going?
You want painkiller? Sure. Easy quest.
Everything hurts.
We cannot seriously be considering shit like that.
Okay, you're awesome. See you soon.
Food, interesting. I'll take it. I don't really need food, but we'll take it, I suppose. Easy money, easy quest. Let's head back to base. We gotta drop this stuff off. Evie says cyber lungs. Oh yeah, that's right. Evie loves cyberpunk universes. I forgot about that. The undead don't breathe. They cease being undead after being separated from their undead brains. Is that true, though? If we want to, like, spurg on the details, wouldn't zombies be required to breathe in order to have a voice? Because the reason you have a voice is because your lungs pass gas, essentially, through your vocal cords, and the gas causes your vocal cords to vibrate. So the only way a zombie could make sounds with their mouth is if they are using some kind of gas to vibrate their lungs, which would be what your lungs do. So maybe
See,
it's
you're
actually,
still up.
maybe zombies have to breathe. Necessarily. 85 for the bastard sword, 85 for the oversized mallet, 4 for the crackers, 129 for the Zedrenalin pills. Let me see
Hey there,
if...
stranger.
So, you ready to start dealing?
Now, I know that, we're not, zombies aren't realistic. Like, I think we can all agree on that. But, just for the sake of playing along with the idea. Just for the sake of playing along. Like, I'm not trying to be like actually. Just playing along with the idea. Like, it's one of the reasons why I don't think zombies would be that big of a threat in real life is because I don't see how zombies would survive cold temperatures. Because if zombies are dead, well, one of the questions is, if a zombie is dead, how does it move? Not literally from, and I'm not talking about, well, it's dead, LOL, how does it move? But literally from the perspective of, if you are dead, doesn't that mean you don't have cellular activity? And if you don't have cellular activity, that means you can't generate the literal electrical energy, bioelectrical energy in your body to move your limbs. Because, like, the way your limbs move from electrical impulses provided by your central nervous system, which is the reason why when you get electrocuted, why does it cause your limbs to spasm? It causes your limbs to spasm because electrical signals are what move your limbs. So if a zombie is dead, then it doesn't have cellular activity. And if it doesn't have cellular activity, how can it move? Let's throw this stuff
Always feels good to
in.
stock up.
The medicine can go in, but the
Smoke's gonna
food gets
wear me
transferred over. Now, here's the deal. It's easy, like, if zombies are from a fantasy universe, same with skeletons, if the skeletons and zombies are from a fantasy universe, it's very easy. You could just say, well, they're magical. The magic is what's allowing them to move, and that makes perfect sense. But, like, what about in a non-magical universe? Like, there has to be, like, some relative scientific explanation. There doesn't have to be. Okay, so that goes to the next issue. So let's say that the zombies are technically alive, so they do have some kind of cellular activity. Where does the cellular activity come from? The reason we have cellular activity is because we consume a unit of energy that we call calories. Like, when you consume food, your body uses the food, uses chemical processes to turn food into electrical energy. So, basically the question would be, where does the energy come from? Because the zombies can't always be eating. Like, the zombies are often depicted just wandering around for literally days. Where does the energy come from? But so the thing there, Mega, is that would break the law of thermodynamics. You cannot create energy. You can only shift one form of energy to another. And remember, the law of energy says energy is neither created nor destroyed. It simply changes forms. And so we generate energy because we take food and change it into a new form through a unit of energy known as a calorie.
No sign of the rotten bastards.
How would a zombie would have to comply with the laws of energy? Well, they have to. Like, okay, let's say, so first time chat from Kragan. So what if the zombies don't follow the laws of thermodynamics? Well, then it's like,
I think we need fucking awesome.
basically, so since everything in the universe follows that law, the law of energy conservation, since all things follow the law of energy conservation, it's kind of like, then zombies are like anything. Like, there's no rules to them. And it's like, and at that point, how can you take it seriously? Now, like I said, if they're magical zombies, if a necromancer uses magic to animate a zombie, we can say, well, he's using magic. The zombie is magical. But in a non-magical universe, like a more science-based universe, breaking the, the laws of, the energy laws of conservation is a bit of a problem. Right, so let's say they have a shelf life, as non-toxic is saying. That's why I go back to the idea that, like, I think zombies are a self-resolving problem, that eventually the zombies would just cease. And one of the most devastating things to a zombie, like, what would you do? Let's just say zombies are a thing. The easiest way to defeat zombies would be to move to a cold weather climate.
And I don't like most of
because how would a zombie survive a cold weather climate? Let me get one more painkiller. So if we just say, like, that they just can't, that's the answer. They just do. You know, they just live. Somehow, they generate their own, and it just works. Like, that. Let's just say that's the answer. Then my survival strategy for zombies would be to move to a very cold climate. Not Alaska, but, like, just a chilly climate. That would be my strategy. Because how would a zombie would not survive a cold climate? They would get owned. Okay, so we need to... Because basically, if a zombie went to a cold climate, they would just freeze into, like... They would just become frozen chicken. You go to your, like, you know, your food aisle at a grocery store, that's what a zombie would become. A zombie would just turn into frozen chicken. Oh, let's get this pharaoh. Chicken. Frozen chicken, absolutely. Because, like, if the zombies wouldn't be able to generate any body heat. Or very little. And without body heat, no amount of clothing could save you if you don't generate enough body heat. Right over here. Well, parts of Alaska warm up. Like, it depends. Like, there are more temperate parts of Alaska, and then I'm pretty sure there are areas of permafrost in Alaska. Okay, so what we're gonna do is trash some infestations, because we need standing. And the infestations provide a source of standing for us. It's like, basically, think about all of the hazards that would exist if you were a zombie in the winter. Like, one, it's like, imagine a zombie. So zombies are already known for being clumsy. Well, imagine a zombie having to navigate through snow. Right? So it would be like you wouldn't even need to fight the zombies. The zombies would be defeated by the land itself. Or what if you live a lot of extreme climates? What if you lived in a desert? Like, what would happen to zombies that are caught in, like, sandstorms, that are, like, just, like, constantly, like, you know, even the pyramids, the Great Pyramids of Giza were eroded by constant sandstorms. What would happen to zombies that are just wandering the desert wastelands, constantly being buffeted by sand? Okay, I'm pretty sure I have an outpost here. Where is the big brain emote? I don't have... I haven't made... I mean, like, I'm out of slots. Like, there's a limited number of slots that I can have. If you want to see what emojis are available, all you got to do is... Hopefully it's up. You just scroll down here. And here, emotes showcase. Show me my emotes. Let me refresh. Right. This is supposed to show them all. Here we go. This shows you the emotes. If you are a follower, these are the emotes you can use. If you're a tier 1 subscriber, these are the emotes you can use. And if you're a tier 2 and a tier 3, this is actually the max as well. Like, this is literally filled up to the brim. I cannot add any more. Okay. So, we are going to need to get some equipment out to detonate some zombies. Let's go ahead and do that. I will build some bouncing boruses. Boom. And I'll bring the rest of the ammo as well. Yeah, another example would be like, what if you lived in... What if you lived in the bayou?
Fucking plague zombies must think they own
You know,
this
you would
town.
think that, like, alligators would attack zombies. You know, you would think that, you know, like, rapid putrefaction, like, bodies decompose much faster in, like, a bog or a swamp compared to, you know, in, like, a cold or a dry climate.
Let's drop off some goodies with the neighbors.
Okay.
I need to chat with you about something.
Are my outposts still destroying things?
I spotted a feral.
Got him. I can't remember if my outposts are still working. Let me see. Outpost number 4. Okay, we gotta activate... Oh, God! Didn't think they caught up to me that quickly. Let me interact with my stuff. And outpost number 3. There we go. Oh, look, they climbed up. That's pretty good, zombies. And now they've become ghosts. Whoa! And then they also despawn. Okie dokes. Okie dokes, guys. Okie dokes. Alright, we are going to blow some of these up. Can you guys climb up here? I don't know if they can climb up here. Ooh, nasty blow. All literally walked right into that one. Very nice. Why did I go down? I don't want to go down. I want to go back up. Okay, I think we got all the ferals. No, there's still one left. Where is he? Running around like a monkey. Okay, I don't know why that counted as being cleared. We did not actually clear that infestation.
I'm in a bit of a jam here. Anyone out there available to help?
I hear another one. I don't know if that's the same feral from before or a different one. We're gonna slow roast them. We're trying to build our... If you're wondering what we're doing, we're just trying to build our stamina. Or build our standing, rather. Oh, I blew my... Wait! Why are there two here? This is also my car. Why are there two here? What was that other car? Why are there two... There is another car here? What is happening? Yep, get back in that fire. I'm gonna slow roast you. Yeah, there we go. The best execution. How are we doing? Look at that. Our standing's looking great. Once we get him leveled up, we can promote him and he'll become our new leader.
Drop.
Come on. We're just trying to clean this area out. I want to see what's inside of that, that impaler. The zombies are being a real pain right now. Excellent. Does he have endurance? Yeah, he does have endurance. Yeah, striking is a great... If you don't have a melee skill, then striking... Or not striking. Blunt weapons are really fantastic. I didn't know I had endurance, though. That'll make this a little easier. This guy seems a little bit dazed and confused. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's actually a good guy. I think we're thinking too much on the negative side. We're not considering whether or not this guy's actually a good guy. I think he actually might be... Oh, never mind. Now he's dead. Alright, so this is the... Is this the destroyed one? This is the destroyed one. The destroyed one has the same equipment as the one that's not... How did my vehicle get cloned? It's like, what is happening? I don't understand. No understanding. We're still not done with that infestation. Great.
I spotted a feral.
Yeah, we're letting them have it. We're just giving them the old toasty. Oh. Very nice. Okay. We are supposed to... I was looking for the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut is the one that's worth a lot of standing. Ah, triple ferrous. These guys are worth a ton of standing. Nice. Okay, that should put us nearly at max. Oh, he's maxed. He's maxed. He's done. Okay. Awesome. So we now have that done. Okay. That was a bit of a fight right there, but, you know, it works for me. Let's head back over here, and now we can promote our character, and we can get the trade depot building. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Yeah, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It's not the first time a car has duplicated itself. Alrighty, Jaden. Yep, you're our trader. Jaden looking like he's completely stoned. He's like, whoa, pass the weed, man. Gotta play video games. Playing Xbox in the apocalypse is quite important. I created a bunch of clips there. Not clips, but I tagged a bunch of locations to make moments out of. Oh, we need ammo. Ammo. Because we used up a bit there. Also, we were supposed to build this. There we go. Trade depot on the way. We should be able to cut the time down because our morale isn't as high as it could be. Every time our morale passes one of these notches, like if we get to here, get to here, get to here, the building time, the construction time should go down. So it's not all bad news. Okay, so we don't need to play as Jaden anymore, and that's because he has his hero bonus. So let's go ahead and let Jaden have some rest. Guard the base with this nice AK. Some basic supplies for the road. And let's go back to... Oh, we can get more skills. Sharpshooting, weapons handling. I don't like either of those. We'll do sharpshooting. Another shooting skill, weapons handling, gunslinging. Okay, who doesn't have their bonus yet? Duncan. Okay, let's go back to Duncan. Also, welcome everybody to the show. I am your host, Get Good Fox. And this is State of Decay 2 in the beta with the new Infestations update. I am currently testing, we are preparing to test some ideas, and we've assembled a few things that I need, but what we are going to do is eventually we are going to uncork these infestations. We are going to let them come out, and when we let them come out, we are eventually going to allow them to attack the base, but before they attack the base, I need to prepare some things. And to do that, I need the trade depot, because we are going to stockpile some halfway decent weapons. And then we'll see, like, how the new siege mechanic stands up to a, you know, not an overpowered base, but a properly defended base. Wait. Look at this. We have another glitch. What is happening? Alright, so we've got another glitch here. The glitch is this car has a green circle around it because it is saying this is the last car I inhabited. Well, if I jump in here, and then let's say I get out, this should become the new car. This car here, this car doesn't even have an icon. This car doesn't even have a vehicle icon. What is happening? See how these have vehicle icons? This is a ghost vehicle. We are currently in a ghost vehicle, and it's a clone of my other Impaler. If you want an explanation, you're not going to get one. Other than that, you should definitely be watching Get Good Fox on Twitch at getgoodfox.com. Wait. Whatever! It's Get Good Fox on Twitch! That was a TikTok video right there. If you're wondering why I'm telling you who are already watching, it's because, like, I was recording a TikTok right there.
Ah, the air tastes like blood soup.
A horde is moving. Okay, that's fine. Let's go see what this survivor who needs help wants. The screamers seem to be caught in a loop.
Better not let that feral charge me.
What do you need? You need fuel? I'll help you out. I'll help you, bunny. Don't worry, I can go to my ghost car right over here. Who you gonna call? Me. I'm gonna get him. Got him. Oh god, I'm on fire. Okay, I'm okay.
That's the place I'm looking for.
All right, so where are we going? You needed fuel, right? Oh, it's right. You want to go to this gas station right next to the infestation. Okay. We can do that. We'll go to the infestation right now. We'll go to the gas station that is an infestation. Brilliant. This is a dire world. He's like, the only place that can possibly have gasoline is this place. There's a juggernaut there and everything. Wow.
Got a passenger.
I need to, like, get some anti-juggernaut weapons. Like, this is what happens if you don't clean up the infestations. This is what will happen. Like, this area, like, you will need some serious firepower to clear these areas up. But fortunately, I have serious firepower. It's all good. And I think I'll make another batch of pyro launcher ammo. Here we go.
If we control the real trade depot,
We
can
are
find
building one.
everything we need to survive.
We are literally building one right now. Okay, I think what I need to do is... Let me see.
Gotta carve out some time for my little side project.
Okay, let me cancel it and rebuild it. I think that'll qualify it.
Be patient.
There we go. Okay.
Don't build it
So
now.
yes, we lost some time on construction, but we just got 200 influence for free. Free money. And you know what? Fox loves free money. Okay, so we are going to have to break up this infestation, or we could do it through stealth. That's also an option. We don't have to worry about the Plague Art awakening, because it's already awake, but, you know, there is a good chance he could die. That's certainly a possibility.
You guys are gonna love the crap I just dropped off.
Can you share some... Oh, well, hold on a second. I need to focus on...
Looks quiet for now. As long as that plague heart is nearby, this place won't ever feel safe.
I win, I guess. That's how good I am. It's State of Decay.
Yes, I think this is what we're looking for.
That's just how good I am at State of
I
Decay.
want you to have this as a sign of appreciation.
Okay, so we got him the thing he wanted. More easy money. Like, I just used my psychic powers to, like, obliterate. I just, like, scoured that infestation from existence itself. I mean, it is the beta, so, you know, there may be a bug or two in the game. There might be a bug or two in the game, because it is the beta. I could let him die for extra loot. But there's other things I want to do. I have other goals as well. Although killing and letting him die would allow me to get my my fuel back. That is true. Let me scout this area here. I want to loot some ammo places and some fuel places. Our ammo is getting a little low from building the explosives. Okay, that's finally done. So that means we are going to want to uninstall the salvage furnace pretty soon. But first I'm going to want to scrap some things. This is the artillery. Oh, the artillery base has a... How did that... Oh, one of them snuck by. How interesting. Let me see if the old strategy of simply luring the stuff away will clear the infestation. Let's give it a try. Oh, God, that guy just spawned in. Stop being nosy.
We're probably gonna miss that.
Yeah, come this way. Yeah, you want to come this way, don't you? Just abandon this infestation, like, Abandon your posts. Yeah, abandon your posts. This way. Okay, now that I've lured some of them away, let me see. Oh, there's another one here. Where did these guys got away? Oh, I guess they got through when the outposts were shut down. So it's kind of like you might think that, oh no, there is a juggernaut guarding the infestation. Whatever will I do? Just lure him away. Once he gets far enough away, he will no longer count as a guardian of the infestation. Now we can go in here and clean it. And this guy, we can just... Yeah, right over here. That's the end of him. Right there. Perfect. And then I guess we'll destroy this one as well. This is a more basic infestation. It's only a 1 dot.
Hey, if you folks aren't too busy, could you maybe lend us a hand?
That's the end of the infestation. Once again, honestly, I do think it is a weakness of the infestations that they have a bloater with them, because it just means that there's literally a bomb there. Like there is a bomb inside of the infestation that will blow up when you ignite it. And you don't need to use a pyro launcher. You could just use a Molotov. And a Molotov and a crossbow would do just fine. I know Undead Labs added the bloater thinking that it would stop us from running them over, but now we can just blow them up. Ah! Another big one here. Interesting. So I had no idea there were so many big ones here. I almost want to just run a scout. I think I am. I'm just going to run a scout. Wait, I could use this. Temporarily, let's try. Temporarily take out a nearby infestation. Here we go.
Out an infestation. If we want to survive, we can't let the zombies take over our town.
Okay, which one is he going to take out? Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna take out an how long do I have to wait? There's no timer or anything. Okay, here we go. Meet at and wait for him to clear an infestation.
We've got an issue over here.
Are you
Can help
joking?
us out?
I have to literally travel to him. Before you just turned it on and then they would do it on their own. I literally have to go and meet them for this to happen. And that means he's not even going to kill the one I want. He's going to kill one of the ones inside the town.
That plague heart can't be far away. I think I smell it.
Unbelievable. So now I have to pay ammo. So before you just paid influence, now I have to pay ammo. And I have to go out and drive my way over here to, like, meet this guy. And then I'm not even going to get to control which infestation he destroys. Wow. And it has a 12-minute cooldown. Before it had like a 2 or 3 minute cooldown. And my character is at risk right now. So which one did he kill? What did he do? Which one did he kill? Now I'm gonna have to do this. Let's scout for infestations. Gather intel. Unbelievable. Okay, so now, if I want the game to scout, I have to wait 5 minutes. It's like, I don't know, from my perspective, it just feels like Undead Labs wants to make this update as annoying as possible. Crazy. So I have to, like, I have to pay, I don't have to pay influence anymore. You have to pay resources. You either have to pay fuel, or you have to pay ammo. The cooldowns are greatly increased. Now it takes 5 minutes for him to scout. Unbelievable. Oh, that's my old car. So here we are. We're going to go over here, and now I didn't even get to control which infestation was destroyed either. I wanted this one destroyed, and that's why I called for it over near him, but like I don't even know. Let's do this. Now we'll go and destroy this infestation. I got to get some bloater things. Okay. Also, I should probably repair. And I need more supplies. So this goes back to what I was talking about earlier. People were like, oh, why don't you use the Outpost to manage the infestations? Well, the Outposts, they don't manage the infestations very well. Like, you know, if you don't reactivate them immediately, meaning if you get distracted for like 10 minutes, then they're going to sneak through. I need to repair.
What do you call those
Like
zombies
look at the
alive
amount of
across an
resources that I am using to try
Too
and
late. It just killed you.
keep these infestation problems under control. And like, if you, like, this is a level 2 infestation. A level 2 infestation has what, like, multiple ferals, a juggernaut, multiple, like, everything in it, basically. And that is just a level 2 infestation. Alright, let's clear this out.
Damn, it's locked.
Okay, they're on the other side of the building. Okay. I guess we won't have to fight the Juggernaut. That's fine with me. Well, if you destroy them yourself, you're still using resources. Maybe you're not using as much, but one resource you are using is time. Basically, instead of doing what your original plans were, maybe you want to go loot, maybe you want to go like buy and sell from your enclaves, you have to constantly do this instead. Okay, so in 40 seconds, I'm going to stay here because I don't know if I'm going to need to redeploy and destroy more or not. I think the core concept is that they think that this is going to be super, super fun, when in reality, it's just going to be ridiculously aggravating. I think the proper solution is to just scrap this entire idea, go back to the original Infestation, and just move on to something else. I think that's the answer. 10 seconds. 10 seconds, and then we'll see if any other infestations slip through. The map only shows them...
bullshit is officially out of control.
Well, now here's where they all are. Why isn't this destroying them? Does it not kill them once? So it doesn't kill them? And I bet if I drive to them, it'll destroy them. So in the short time that I forgot to reactivate them, this is what it has become. So if you forget to reactivate your outposts, if you are not on the dot with those outposts, and you forget maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes because you were in the middle of something, in other words, if you're not perfect, then you got to deal with this. Yeah, I agree, Sturm. That's why the answer is, okay, sometimes when you are a creator of something, as a content creator, as a video game developer, as any kind of creator, sometimes you have a bad idea. And when you have a bad idea, sometimes you can refine it, and it becomes a better idea, but sometimes you just come up with an idea that just stinks. This is one of those ideas. This idea just stinks. The answer is, now here's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that Undead Labs, well, we worked on it for 6 months, so we got to do something with it. Otherwise, our 6 months are wasted. And what I think that means is going to happen is they're going to basically be like, well, you know, let's just put it in anyways. You know, maybe we'll throw some numbers here or there, and then they'll get fed up with it and just throw it in there. And it's just going to be a bad idea. When the correct idea, sometimes you just have to accept that you wasted your time on something. And you just went, nope, it's not working. Throw it in the trash. And the faster you do it, the faster you throw something into the trash that isn't working and move on to a new idea, the faster you can save yourself from it. So what is wrong with this infestation?
I hope nothing heard that.
Okay, good. All right, and I mean, look at this. This one has 2 screamers, 2 ferals, a juggernaut, a bloater. 3 screamers, a feral, a bloater. This one, it's like they have so much stuff inside of them, and they generate so quickly, and people are like, oh, you don't have to deal with them. Well, now this is what happens when you don't deal with them. And that's why it's like, I'm not joking. Like, you've got to tell, if you don't like this idea, you have got to tell Undead Labs that you don't like the idea. And, like, you tell them, like, firmly. Like, tell them, like, you know, you think it's not fun. You think that, like, if this, you tell them that, you know, like, this update makes you not want to play the game. Like, just tell them, like, whatever your problems are with it, like, tell them. Like, I can show you what the update is like, but I'm only one voice. Like, you guys are dozens of voices. Okay, let's see if we can lure that feral out.
Stay clear of that cloud.
Oh, never mind. Let's see if we can just blow it up. Nice. Got him. Okay, let's move on. We got more of these infestations to destroy. And, like, right now, let me tell you, I am not having fun doing this. Like, I was having fun, all of the stuff I was doing earlier, like when we were doing the quests, when we were gathering resources and stuff like that, when I was building my base, that was all fun. I was having fun there. Now, I'm not having fun. Now, I am currently frustrated with the game. And now, you know, like, I am now ceasing to have fun. And now I am being basically harassed by these awful game mechanics. And the thing is, are they hard? Like, does it look like I'm struggling with them? No, like, I'm doing fine. They're just not fun. Which is why everyone who has criticized me saying that it's a skill level issue, it's not about skill level at all. It's just about, like, it's just not fun. Like, Lethal Zone is a fun game. Like, I like Lethal Zone.
I need to finish
It's why I've done so many fresh starts on it. And, like, now they are just shaking it up. They are rocking the boat in a way that it just isn't needed. Like, nobody needed these infestation changes. And the thing is, it's been true since State of Decay 1. Infestations have never been fun. All the way back to State of Decay 1, they have never been a fun game. He's not inside, he's got to be over here. There he is. Alright, this should clear the last of the infestations. And we should be good. There we go. Oh man, look at all those zombies. Holy crap. Those guys, they definitely heard that. Okay. So we are clear there, and so now we've gotten... The situation is approximately under control again. One of the problems is, here's one of the biggest problems, is that if you are going to... Okay, I'm back in my friendly territory. One of the biggest problems is this right here. So...
Hey, anyone here?
Where is the effect at? This thing is going to be active for another 54 minutes. If you are not here to activate this in 54 minutes, if you forget, even for 5 minutes... You could have a infestation could absolutely sneak its way through and could absolutely start, like, generating. Like, if you miss it, and, like, it wouldn't be hard, because remember, the notifications aren't very... It's not like, whoa, by the way, that extremely important defensive system just, it just now... What do you call it, Why oh, there must be a quest here. Like, they don't make it very obvious.
Please tell me you haven't forgotten what we talked about.
So it's very easy, especially if it runs out in the middle of a battle or something, it's very easy to forget that you had something to do. Who is this guy? Okay, this is a mysterious
No
ghost.
room for that.
Perfect. Oh, wait, what am I saying? Like, we have a outpost right here.
Bust.
Oh, no, it's this. Let's throw this in here. That... And the thing is, like, yeah, sure, it's kind of neat that the outpost can kill zombies now. It's not worth the trade, though. I don't need the outpost... I don't need the outpost to kill zombies. It also doesn't make sense. If I'm here's something that doesn't make sense. If you are able to make these super powerful traps that can kill all of the zombies, then why can't you do that? Why can't you do that at your own base? Why can't I set up these super deadly traps at my own base? Like, what? Why can't I do that? It doesn't even make sense from like a story perspective. I did. I killed the zombie stranger. The quest is bugged. Okay, so who wanted something?
Be there in a
The
bit.
only cure. Okay, let's go get another plague cure. This will be an easy quest. Oh, I keep thinking that this is my outpost. The answer is because the explosions are selectively loud. Like, the explosions are loud when the game says they are, and the explosions are quiet when the game says they are. It's the same reason why one of your allies can shoot a 50 caliber gun, and it's about as loud as a silenced gun. But when you shoot a 50 caliber gun, it's like it wakes up like the entire map. Are non-PTR people allowed to give feedback? Yes, but not through the survey. You have to tell them on their social media. Like, if you have Twitter, tell them on Twitter. If you watch their streams, like Undead Lab has streams on YouTube. Tell them on their streams. Tell them on their streams that you're not happy about the changes. Like, basically, like, any communications option you have, that's what you have to do. And it's like, I wanted to wait to give my opinion. Like, you'll notice that I did not make my video reviewing my early thoughts on... By early thoughts, I mean, what were we on? Like, episode, like, 6 or 7? Like, I did not give my thoughts immediately. It was not a shot from the hip, in other words. I waited a good, like, about 10 to 12 hours of gameplay before I shared my thoughts. And what I can tell you right now is the more I play this update, the more I hate it. To be complete, like, that's exactly the word. The more I play this update, the more I hate it. To the point that I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This is the worst update I've ever played in State of Decay.
Grazie. Take care. Seriously.
We have
Don't
not
just
tried
stand
the
out there
Haven
in the
Protocol
cold.
yet.
Get your ass in
Fuel
here.
filtration. That's a pretty good one, actually. I do want
Let's
fuel
tackle.
filtration.
Why not?
Do I need medicine? Yes, I
Hey,
do. I'll take the
a
medicine.
friendly face.
Throw that in here. The Survivors, a project. Okay, those are the cannibal guys. Alright, so our allies are finally starting to level up. Oh, there's a bloater. Go around them. Here's the problem I have with the Infestation update. I don't understand why Undead Labs is putting their effort into this when the game is already hard enough. Like, not a lot of people are capable of beating Lethal Zone, so if people are looking for a greater challenge, they can bump the difficulty up. You can go from green to standard, standard to dread, dread to nightmare, nightmare to lethal. If there is a cadre of people who think Lethal Zone is too easy, why would you develop for them? Why would you make the game harder for like a tiny amount of people? Why wouldn't you focus your update on... Okay, there are things that Undead Labs could... So this is kind of a divisive update. There are things that Undead Labs could do that most people would agree on. Like, I don't think anyone would disagree, like, or very, very few people would disagree that they would like more 5th skills in the game, or more facilities in the game, or more facility mods in the game. Those are things that I believe, if not everybody, the vast majority of people would agree that they would like those things. So there are things that we all agree upon. Why aren't they focusing their efforts on that? Like, one of the best updates for State of Decay 2 was the Zed Hunter update. The Zed Hunter update didn't even add a new map. What did it add? Crossbows, Z biochem, so like bloater gas and the stuff like that. And then it added a whole bunch of quests, the mysterious quests, to give you ways to obtain those items. That's one of their best updates. The crossbows completely changed the way that we play our games. Wow, this thing doesn't even count as a vehicle spot. Yeah, this thing is like literally a ghost vehicle. Let me reload the game and see, like, if it is it going to despawn? Yeah, and it's like, there are things that everyone would like them to do, and there would be very little disagreement. But instead, they're focusing on something where there is a lot of disagreement. There are a lot of people who hate the infestations, and I'm one of them. And I think that one of the valuable things about my perspective is that if you don't like infestations, you are going to be told that you need to get good, that it's a skill level issue. One of the most powerful things about me being your ally... Okay, yes, it literally despawned. So they just, like, literally duplicated my car, and then it ceased to exist. Very, very interesting. You don't say, game. I mean, it's the beta. I'm expecting like these kinds of bugs and stuff. I don't really. So here's another problem I have. Look at this. So I am doing what people tell me to do. Here's what I'm doing. What am I doing? I am like, well, I am containing the infestations with this mechanic. I am literally doing what my haters tell me. Like, oh, you just need to look. I am getting affected by it anyways. Clear infestations to improve morale. So even though I am doing something to push back against the infestations, like my morale is being harmed because I can't build any closer. There is not a single building that is closer. This is the closest I can get right here. And this building wouldn't give me a resource benefit where this is a food outpost. This is as close as I could get, and this would still not be close enough to destroy that. And they are still able to generate enough infestations that it's harming my morale. And if I needed to destroy all these, 2 screamers, 2 ferals, juggernaut, bloater, a feral, bloater, 2 screamers, 2 screamers, a feral, a juggernaut, 2 bloaters, a screamer, a feral, a juggernaut, and a bloater, 2 screamers, 2 ferals, a juggernaut, and a bloater, a screamer, a feral, a juggernaut, a bloater, 2 screamers, 2 ferals, a juggernaut, and a bloater. Like, that is what is inside them right now.
Never thought I'd find a family like this, but here we are.
We heard about your plan to take on the plague.
And so that, as your ally in this regard, my biggest advantage is that, like, people can't tell me with a straight face that I need to get good at the game. Because, as you can see, I am not struggling. Like, this is not challenging me in terms of my skill level. It's just making the game less fun. I am not having fun spending... I am not having fun spending 150 parts, 6 ammo, and 4 fuel per day to deal with a problem that I never wanted to deal with. Like, this is not a fun and engaging system to deal with a problem that I never wanted to deal with in the first place.
Still alive, amigo.
Having these, like, reinforced infestations that generate very rapidly is not fun. I don't want to deal with them. Like, they are not fun in the game. Having the plague guards wake up on the other side of the map just because they feel like it, it's not fun. It's not strategic. People are like, oh, you need to play more strategically. There is no way to play more strategically. The plague guards awaken on their own when they feel like it. We've seen 6 or 7 plague guards, and they awaken very methodically. It doesn't seem like a bug. They wake up like every 10 minutes. Like every 10 minutes, another heart awakens. 10 minutes, another heart awakens. It doesn't seem like a bug. That seems like a working as intended feature. What does it does? So let's say you're in the beginning of the game. So let's say we're right here. This is the beginning of the game. If you get a quest over here, you're not going to want to do it, because if a single screamer screams, you're going to wake up the plague guards here. So you don't even do it. So in other words, in an open world game, a sandbox game, you are told that Hey, you can go anywhere you want. Explore the world. Survive your way.
There's a string of
But now
numbers
you
in
have this
VODs.
mechanic that punishes you for exploring, punishes you for doing quests that are not in your immediate area, and it tells you, do you want to explore? Well, if you do, you better not make a single mistake ever, or you are going to be harassed by this. And even if you use our mechanic, even if you use our own mechanic, you will be paying,
It looks like a juggernaut.
once again, for everyone to see, you are going to be paying 75 parts, 3 ammo, 2 fuel, and I'm doing it twice. You got to do it for every outpost. So I am spending, between these two, I am spending this and this, 75 parts times 2, 3 ammo times 2, 2 fuel times 2, and if you forget, and I forgot to reactivate this for just a little while. And then I think 5 infestations slipped through the net because I forgot to reactivate it immediately. That's why this is your chance, audience. I don't know. Undead Labs claims that they listen to their audience. So it's up to you. I am showing you, I am telling you what I think about it. If you agree, the only thing we can do is tell Undead Labs that we don't like this update and that they need to turn away from it. That's what you need to tell them. Tell them that you don't like the update and you don't even want it to be tweaked or anything. Like, forget about tweaking it. Like, this is the wrong direction. Like, that's the key. You gotta tell them this is the wrong direction to go. Tell them to focus on adding new facilities, new 5th skills. Tell them to rebalance the skills that are unpopular. Like, 5th skills, like utilities. Nobody uses utilities. Tell them to rebalance utilities. Tell them to rebalance the solar generator. Tell them to rebalance beds. Beds are garbage. Tell them to redesign the beds where there's more of a benefit to using beds. Don't tell them to make beds worse. Like where if you don't have a bed, your guys commit suicide or something. Like you've got, like, tell them to focus on things that everyone wants. This is a divisive issue. Like, a lot of people do not want this. They should not be focusing their development time on something that a large portion of the fan base doesn't want. It's not an issue of tweaking it. It's not an issue of balancing it. It just sucks. Nobody is going to be having fun with these infestations. People may think they do, but let me tell you, once you've killed about 50 infestations, you are going to get tired of them. I promise you that once you've killed a certain number of these infestations, maybe it's 10, maybe it's 1, maybe it's 100, you are going to get tired of them. And once this update goes through, that's it. It's in the game. So the best thing you can do is tell Undead Labs you don't like it, and that you want them to turn into a different direction. And tell them, they say they listen to their audience. They claim that they listen to their fans, then listen to the fans, and turn away from this not fun update and focus on fun updates that we can all enjoy. That is kind of my ending speech there. Anyways, I would say that's good enough for today. And once again, if you have Twitter, tell them on Twitter. Tell Jawa, tell Jeffrey Card, tell Brant Fitzgerald, tell them on Twitter. Tweet at Undead Labs, tweet at the developers, tell them you don't like it. If you are on YouTube, go on their streams and tell them that you don't like it. Like, whatever options you have. I don't know if it'll make a difference. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna tell you that, like, it may or may. All I know is that it's better than doing nothing. Like, I am doing what I can to bring the information to you, but, like, I don't know. I think that this will be a very detrimental change to the game, and I think that there's going to be a lot of people who are like, dude, I can play other games. I don't have to have my time wasted by infestations. Also, there are other zombie games coming out. State of Decay is not the only zombie game. There's some interesting ones coming out. People could easily jump ship to a more fun zombie game. Like, Undead Labs needs to not be so tone deaf on this issue. Like, people have options. And once again, if you saw my stream yesterday, you saw that State of Decay is stagnant. Like, I'm going to show it one more time. For people who, for those of you who don't know. Like I said, because, like, a lot of my stuff, you could say, oh, it's just your opinion. Is it, though? Is it, though? This is Google Trends. It tells you the popularity of things. Let's type in State of Decay 2. And let's go ahead and see all time, the last 5 years of State of Decay 2. Look at this line. Look at this graph. This is the launch day. This is the day State of Decay came out. It makes sense. It's very popular here. I believe this is Juggernaut Edition. Look. It flatlines. There's an update, and then people get bored. Update, people get bored. Update, update, people get bored. Update, people get bored. What it means is that Undead Labs updates are not causing growth. Undead Labs updates, they are not getting people excited. That's a problem. Yes, popularity will come down, but it should not sink all the way back to normal. It should sink but stay a little bit higher. That shows growth. Let's compare it to its competitors. Here's Project Zomboid. So, Project Zomboid, much less popular, but look at this. You see how Project Zomboid is about neck and neck with State of Decay. It's about equal, but look at this update. This update was the multiplayer update for Project Zomboid. The multiplayer update, they loved it so much that, look, yes, it fell, but do you see how it fell not as far? This is how a game grows. Look, spike, and it seems to be trending upwards. You see these numbers like right here? That 11 means that Project Zomboid is, if we do 11 divided by 3, it's almost 4 times more popular than, or it's a magnitude, it's 11 times, a magnitude of 11 is more popular on Project Zomboid. And there's no reason for that. There is no reason for State of Decay to be left behind by these other games. The explanation is that the updates are not exciting people. Let's type in 7 Days to Die. Another competitor of State of Decay. These are all indie games as well. All of these are indie games. And here let's remove Project Zomboid so it's a little simpler. So now 7 Days to Die is in red. Notice how it slowly is going up. Up. Yes, it comes back down, but it is trending upwards, especially in recent times. Look, you see how it is getting more popular. It is showing signs of popularity, not signs of stagnation. It's not like this, where every update sees the fan base return to normal. So when I say that these updates aren't good, it's not just from a player perspective, it's also from looking at data analytics. And that's why, I don't want that, and I don't want that. Why? Remember, I'm tied to the content as well. When State of Decay does well, I do well. When State of Decay does poorly, I do poorly as well. So I want State of Decay to do well, because it's my channel is tied to it. But it's like, what do you call it? That's the situation that we're in. Alrighty, though. Well, you know what? The reason I know that 7 Days to Die is a decent competitor is because they tend to get recommended together. When people say, hey, can I play a game that's like State of Decay? Project Zomboid and 7 Days to Die are by far, actually, they're kind of the only games that get suggested when someone asks for other games that are like State of Decay. So, like I would say I'm pretty confident that, 7 Days to Die is definitely they're an indie game. The game is about similarly aged, 7 Days came out when the original State of Decay came out. Project Zomboid is a little bit younger, but it's also an indie-developed game. And like I said, there's no reason that State of Decay cannot be more popular. State of Decay has a bigger budget. State of Decay has Microsoft backing it. There is no reason that State of Decay cannot be just as popular or more so. But they're not. And they're not because of misguided updates. The updates to improve State of Decay are misguided. That's the problem. That's the reason why State of Decay is stagnant. And even let's say, so Kragan, let's say that let's say that 7 Days to Die and Project Zomboid aren't competitors, it doesn't change the fact that if we just look at the State of Decay Google Trends on its own, it's stagnant. It's not showing signs of growth. Not even slow growth. And it shows that the updates, yes, people come back, but then they leave. They come back briefly, and then they leave. I can tell you why, too. It's because of the maps. Maps cause people to come back for 1, 2, maybe 3 months, and then they leave. Why? Because a map is technically a gigantic cosmetic. Yes, you're playing on a new map, but you are playing the same game. The map does not fundamentally change the way you play the game. It's technically a giant cosmetic. So people come back, they try the new map, they get bored because they're still playing the same game, and then they move on. That's why I have never advocated for maps. Like, in the history of me telling people what State of Decay needs, I have never advocated for more maps. I've said that the audience wants new maps, but I'm opposed to it. I don't want any new maps. I think 3 maps was too many. I would have rather have had one super awesome map and then all of their efforts dedicated to making the game deeper with more facilities, better bases, more ways to play the same game rather than maps which are effectively a gigantic cosmetic. Anyways, that's what I think. And once again, Fox will always tell you what he thinks. I'm never going to suck up the companies. I'm never going to, suck the corporate D, so to speak. Like, you will always get what I genuinely think. People don't always agree with me. But what you can always count on is I will not allow the fact that I do make money playing State of Decay. I am never gonna, that's why I don't get too close to Undead Labs. You won't see me show up on any of their streams or anything. I've been invited many times, but I won't do it because I want to be able to always speak the truth, or at least speak what I think is correct. And as a result, you can always count on me telling you what I think, regardless of whether it hurts Undead Labs' feelings or hurts, fanboys' feelings. That's one thing you can always count on. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed today's stream. Remember, if you want to catch any of the previous episodes, go to Fox VODs. This is where I upload all of the streams. Remember that the streams are eventually deleted on Twitch. It's not my choice. That is just a Twitch policy. Twitch just doesn't save them. Eventually they get deleted, so this is how I archive them so that everyone can enjoy them. You can catch up on them. So if you ever miss one, and also I do change the thumbnail. So this is the beta thumbnail. If you want to catch my previous one, this is the thumbnail. It's got the pyro launcher and the Chevy Impala crossed out. So I try to change the thumbnails. I include the episode number on them to make them as easy as possible. Why does it want to show me my countdown? Okay, so something to know, this is our last stream of the week. So if you want more State of Decay, come back next week on Monday. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. That's GMT minus 5. If you want to see 7 Days to Die, I will be playing that at 7:30, which is in 14 minutes. Sometimes it takes me a little longer. I don't always start exactly on time. But yes, that is what I will be doing. And if you want to become a part of the Fox Republic, I have a Discord channel, which has a Daybreak team. In fact, I will show you right now the Daybreak squad. Let me go ahead and collapse all of the categories. Right here in State of Decay, you see this little sunny icon here. This is the Daybreak squad. We had a Daybreak victory right there, and I have a board where it shows all the people who are trying to complete their collection, and then all the people who have already completed their collection, and they're willing to help people learn to play the game, willing to help others, doing whatever I can to try to help the community wherever possible. But yes, you can also find me on Facebook, on Twitter. That's where you can find my schedule, the stream schedule. I'm also on TikTok, where I do funny shorts about State of Decay, news flashes, quick tips, useful tips, and also Instagram, where you can get a catch into my regular life, as well as just funny screenshots, different kinds of games I play, stuff like that. So if you want to get involved, all of the links are right there. But anyways, if you want to watch 7 Days to Die, come back in about 13 minutes. But if you want to watch State of Decay 2, come back next week. Monday will be the first day I stream again at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. That's GMT minus 5. Follow me on Twitter, or on Twitch, to know when I go live next. But at the end of the day, of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.